Hey guys, Mix here. Today we're going to go pick up a new dirt bike. I'm not going to tell you what type of dirt bike it is now, but I'll tell you that it's 200 cc's. So let's go pick this up now and hope everything goes well. Got the bike, guys. Alright guys, so here is the dirt bike. And sorry if I didn't really record the whole buying process. I didn't really want to invade his privacy with the camera and everything. The back tire was locked up where we got it, so it was so hard to get into the van. But we just rolled it into the backyard and it unlocked, so that's good. Thing's pretty nice. Has all the plastics except for this side, but it came within the bag. It has electric start, but the engine is so hard to turn over. So I'm gonna take out the spark plug. It might be hydro locked. I need to do an oil change because the oil in this is absolutely disgusting. But it's pretty nice. It has brand new tires on both sides. This is a Shine Ray dirt bike. I've never heard of it. It's Chinese, but I've seen videos of these and they're actually pretty powerful. It came with the whole certificate of like origin and everything, so that was good. Front wheel turns, but the whole brake lever is like locked up. It needs brake fluid, and the throttle doesn't twist, so that could either be the cable or the actual throttle inside the carburetor could be all rusty and locked up. It even came with the battery, so I'm going to charge this up and see if it's any good. Alright, so we'll hook the battery up to the battery charger and see if this works. Alright, so I just hooked up this battery to the charger, and I don't think it's working. I think this battery might be shot, but I have another one, so I'm just going to let this sit on the charger and see if it does anything. And then if not, then I'm going to charge up the other one. Alright, so while the battery's charging, I'm just going to take out the spark plug and see if this thing will kick over like that. Alright, so with the spark plug out, it is kicking over. It's still kind of hard, but it's kicking over pretty good actually. So I'm just gonna keep on kicking it until maybe some oil flies out. Guys, it kicks over now, and now the transmission works. When we first got it, it wasn't going into gear or anything. It was like stuck in neutral, but now it goes into gear and works there. So before I just try and get this thing running and everything, I'm gonna drain out the oil before I do pretty much anything with the carb or anything that might make it start, because that oil is absolutely disgusting. So now I have to take off the skid plate to get to the oil drain bolt. So the skid plate is detached and there's the drain bolt. So now we're draining the oil. Alright, now we're taking out the drain bolt. Woo, it's on there tight. Oh no. Okay. It's coming very slowly. I don't want to strip it out or anything, so I'm gonna take its time. I should probably put on gloves. Oh, ew! Whew, there was like water and rust in that. Yikes, that is not good. As that looks like tomato sauce. That is very rusty oil. What I'm probably gonna do is when this thing is running, hopefully it will, I'm probably gonna run it with the fresh oil in it and then do another oil change and see if I could get the rest out. What I even do now is just run some fresh oil through the engine, with the drain bolt open, just to get, try and flow some more out. I'm gonna let as much as that as I can drain out, and while that's draining, I'm gonna check the carburetor. So I'm gonna take out the carburetor and see how all that looks. Take off the intake tube and then the bolts for the boot that goes into the combustion chamber. I know a lot of people have said that like Chinese bikes are terrible and all that, but pretty much everything I've ever owned is Chinese, except for the quad, and I've never had any problems with them. It would be so sweet if the electric start works. Dang it! I just dropped the screwdriver in the oil. Oh, gotta fish it out. Ew. Ew. Okay, that's disgusting. Guess I gotta get a new screwdriver. This is always a pain to take off, both the tubes and boots and all that. Jesus. Whew. Alright, I got the carburetor off the intake boot and the intake tube. Now I gotta just try and get in a good position where I can look at it. Choke works. I hope none of these bolts round out. Okay, none of them rounded out. One screw out. Whew, I'm gonna just drop the screwdriver again. Second screw out, so we'll check if there's anything on the bottom, check the jets, then if we need to, we'll clean it out with some carb clean. Screws are off. Oh, God. Yeah, there's gas in there. and it's disgusting. Well, now we know why it's not running. Okay, I don't know if that's fixable, but we'll try. Wow, that is disgusting. All right, so I'm gonna take the whole carburetor out from the engine, because this thing needs a very deep clean, as you see. This fuel line does not want to come off. Oh, there it goes. Okay, carburetor's free. So I have the carburetor here on a paper towel. And I'm gonna spray some carb clean at basically everything. Might even just put it in like a cup of carb clean. See if I could just clean out anything, the jets, like even the whole bowl and everything. So see how this goes. Now let's clean this carb. I just finished cleaning the carburetor. Looks a lot more better, but I ran out of carb clean. I probably could use a little bit more. But all that stuff that you see on the side, that isn't like dirt or anything. It just kind of like stains. But the bottom's all clean. Cleared out the jet. Now you can see right through it. The secondary jet still need to clean out. The battery that came with the dirt bike isn't charging, so I just hooked up my battery, and it is charging. So we'll hook it up once it's done charging. All right, guys. Now I'm running some fresh oil through the system. Let's see if it can catch anything else. There it is. The oil's draining out that I just put in. Hopefully it catches some stuff. So I just ran to AutoZone and got some carb clean and oil for the dirt bike. Before I put back on the carburetor, I'm gonna take out the throttle cable because you need the throttle cable for the carburetor. So I'm gonna take it out and see if I have anything to replace it with. Can't do anything about the throttle cable, so I'm just gonna order a new one. Now what I'm gonna do is put in fresh oil. I just put on the drain bolt, and then I have to put on the skid plate. So I let the oil settle a little bit, then I just checked it. Now I just topped off the oil. If you're wondering what type of oil I use, I'm using this Valvoline 10W40. And with this dirt bike, you need to have the superior wet clutch protection, because with these it uses engine oil as clutch oil. But I just ordered the new throttle cable, so hopefully that gets here quick. I finished washing out this carburetor. I can see through both jets, which is good. And it still looks dirty, but all that stuff is just stain. You know, it's not gonna come off. I just did the float bowl. Same thing with inside here. Those are all just stains and not dirt or anything that will come off. I could probably do this a little bit more and try and just scrub off some of that stuff right over there. So I got the carburetor looking way better. What I did is I just took a toothpick and just kind of like picked at all the little, you know, dirt parts. I can't get that like outline of like the stain of like gas, because that's like on there. I don't think it should affect anything, but this looks way better. All right, so now that the carburetor's all cleaned up, now we're gonna put it back together. Carb all back together, but I'm not gonna put it on yet. I'm gonna wait until I get the throttle cable. It will just be all way easier that way. I'm gonna put in the dipstick and see if we have enough oil. And yep, we're good. If you guys notice all throughout this video that the Kickstarter has been out, that's because it's stuck out. So what I'm doing now is gonna take out the bolt from this, oil this up a little bit, and see if we can rotate it. Now with the little oil, the thing rotates great. So now all I have to do is put on the skid plate, wait for my battery to be done charging, and then I have to wait days for my throttle cable to come. I hate waiting for parts. All right, so one last thing that I want to do is drain whatever is in this gas tank out. That's so I have the fuel line in the bottle. Now I'm gonna turn on the petcock and see what comes out. More tomato juice or whatever it is. So based on what just came out of the fuel tank, I'm gonna guess that I'm just gonna have to clean this out. But I'm not gonna clean it out in this part of fixing up this dirt bike. But I'm gonna conclude this part of fixing this dirt bike. We got a lot done, a lot of success, and I hope you guys learned something from it. So stay tuned for part 2, and hopefully we have the throttle cable, and we're gonna clean out the gas tank. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please subscribe, like, comment, tell your friends about the channel. Thanks for watching.